Hello everybody and welcome to the 6th episode of Pokken Tournament. So, I have a few stories to tell. One, the original recording for this episode was recorded accidentally with my computer's microphone, not the Yeti microphone that I am using right now. So instead of getting narration play-by-play as I'm playing the game with pauses in between and things actually happening in real time, I am going to be telling you a story about my life, kind of. But first, as always, we start with a verse. And that today is Proverbs 13, verse 3, which states, "Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens wide his lips comes to ruin." So that means, guard your mouth. Watch what you say. Your language, sexual innuendos, anything like that. You know, try to say good things. And I have a couple stories that I will try and share, as well as 2 stories. I'm going to try and do 3 before the end of this episode. 2 are related to the verse. 1 is related to my life, and that's if we have time for that, which with about... I don't even see the length here. I'm using Windows Movie Maker, so I can't, as I'm recording my voice, I cannot see the time at the end and how long this episode was, but actually, I believe it's about 20-something minutes. You'll know, because you'll see it on YouTube. Anyway, so first story actually has to do with the previous episode, and Shane, if you're watching this, I love you as a brother dearly, but, well, yeah. Anyway, so as you noticed in the previous episode, Shane had mentioned that he was, I will not say the word, but peeved when he was playing Mario Kart 8 in that episode. And he used a different word. And so a few days ago, as I'm recording this is actually way after this episode was originally recorded, I got to talking with the Geeks Under Grace community. Big shout out to you guys. It's an awesome community, and you should go check it out on Facebook if you haven't. Shameless plug. It's not my thing, but anyway, I talked with one of the admins because she posted a picture of Captain America saying, "I want you," like in the style of the old Uncle Sam posters that say, "I want you to sign up for the military." It says, "I want you to watch your language." So I got to thinking about that, and I'm now posting these episodes to their community. And I asked one of their admins, I'm blanking on the name, but you know who you are. Thank you for your information. I think her name was Melissa, I think. I'll check my messages, and I will get back to you on that. But or just, maybe put an annotation, something here with her name. Anyway, unless I got her name right. Anyway, I talked with her and mentioned the fact that my friend had said this word, and that sometimes we use the word crap. Now, she had stated in the community that while in her own house personally, she does not allow the word crap. According to the admins, they go by the rule of what would be censored on television, and that would be the obvious words, the F word, the S word, the B word, unless the B word and the A word are used in the right context, which, I'm going to use them in the right context, so I feel that this is, well, no, you know what, I'm going to refrain from using it, just in case, but donkey is technically what would be the real use of the A word, even though that's not what we use a lot of the time. So, there's that to consider. And then the B word is technically used for, I believe, a female dog, or a female dog that is pregnant. But we don't use that. So anyway, they said, what would be censored on television? And those words technically are censored on television. So, she said, so your episode should be fine here, posting it here. So I'm like, thank you. Thank you for giving me that information. That's good. And I've talked with him, and I guess this is technically me talking to you, Shane. I haven't quite talked with you yet. and I've been meaning to. But, you know, just watch your language. And, hey, I love you, bro, and everybody watching this, try to watch your language, too, because that's what Proverbs 13, verse 3 is talking about, is to watch what we say. And then, okay, another story, and this is kind of more generalized, because I have, in the past, I fell away from Christ for a while, so I naturally cussed up a storm. I cursed like a sailor, I guess, and I'm so sorry. I'm not very good on the spot here, but cursed like a sailor. And so naturally, when I got frustrated at video games and mad, I would like curse me like, "Gosh dang it!" Only you know what words I was trying to say. And so that is a thing. In fact, speaking of that, well, first let me finish my story, then I'll get to that in a sec, because I got another verse for you guys. If that's not enough of a wombo combo for you, I've got dose verses in this episode. We're really kicking it up a notch. Anyway, but I learned, obviously, that is I actually knew, because I was raised Christian. I've been raised a Christian. My father, after going through divorce with my mother, found Christ thanks to a friend that I don't think I still know that friend, but that's beside the point. He found Christ thanks to that, and that's awesome, because without my father knowing Christ, I would not myself know Christ probably, and I'd probably be a completely different person with a completely different way of life. So I'm very thankful for my father. And the day I'm recording this is technically Father's Day, which when I post this will be yesterday. So interesting how that works. I recorded the footage before Father's Day, and I'm recording this narration now on Father's Day with about half an hour to go. And I am posting this the day after Father's Day. Paradox, time travel, whatever you want to call it. This is pretty interesting, isn't it? Anyway. Back on point. So, as I've mentioned before, I have I think I have slight ADHD, so I tend to go on little rabbit trails. They slightly relate, and then they slowly start to leave me. Anyway, so that's a thing. So I was raised knowing all this stuff, like, you know, you don't take the Lord's name in vain, you do not curse, you honor your mother and father, you don't steal, lie, commit adultery. The 10 Commandments, which are in Exodus 20, they're like the first, I think it's all of it. No, they are the first, like, 21 verses or so. And actually, I was going to read that to you guys, but the reason why I said, like, gosh dang it, obviously, is because of the verse where it says, where is it? I'm so sorry, I have my Bible app right in front of me. But, showing steadfast love to thousands. You shall not, here it is, Exodus 20, verse 7. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. He will not hold you guiltless. That includes me. I will not be held guiltless, because yes, I have done it. I don't do it anymore. I have asked God's forgiveness. And so that's a thing. It all correlates back to the verse we used at the beginning. Proverbs 13, verse 3 is that you watch your mouth. Just watch it. Like, again, I'll find it again. Again, I have to use this Bible app that I'm using. But Proverbs 13, verse 3. I think we're almost done. I haven't kept track of how many matches have gone by. I've just kind of been rambling here. But I guess when I see the menu screen, we're going to do that. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm kind of watching the match right now. And Charizard's kicking Butte. Well, sort of. Lucario's just kind of staying in the air. And oh, there we go. Flamethrower. Anyway. Back on track. Proverbs 13, verse 3. It says, whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens wide his lips comes to ruin. So if you don't watch what you say, you're going to come to ruin eventually. It may not happen now. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen years down the road. But it will happen. You'll come to ruin. And either you're going to come to God in that moment, or you're going to start over again. You're going to keep going. That is my point. And no, I'm no expert in theology. I didn't go to Bible college and get a degree. This is just coming from one guy who's trying to live his life best for Christ to whoever is viewing this video, because I love you guys. All 59 of you who have subscribed, whether you're Christian or not, you guys are awesome, and you are helping me, encouraging me. Just, you know, I don't know any of you personally, except for maybe a few. There's a few of my friends who have subscribed, including my lovely fiance, who is actually watching me through FaceTime right now record this footage, and this not even record the footage, but the narration. How many minutes have gone by? 10.5 minutes. So, yeah, she's one of my subscribers. I think that's kind of almost a given. But anyway, to all of you, this is all coming from me to you, a guy who is just like you, who is just learning and wanting to. I want to know Christ better. This has inspired me to kind of, you know, this is what I want to do with you guys. This is why this is the reason this channel exists, is to share this kind of thing with you, and to this stuff and just my personal stories, and friends who come on the channel with me and record footage while we play Donkey Kong or flippin' Mario, Castlevania, Legend of Zelda, you name it. With a few minor exceptions, I'm gonna state it right now, I will not play Mortal Kombat on this channel ever, because of my beliefs with that, and I've been convicted, and my fiance actually helped me with that, and I came over that, and I realized it's not a game I will ever be touching again. So that's my personal conviction. I will not touch that game again. But stuff like, most Christians would honestly consider this game that you're watching Pokken. They're like, Pokemon are the devil, and I have firmly fought against that, because there's this wonderful channel called Game Theory, and while not everything I agree with on that channel or what they, you know, promote, just like the same thing with Game Grumps, they can make me laugh sometimes when their jokes are clean. Anyway, same with Game Theory. Their theories are great and they're awesome, they're fun to watch, but not everything. I don't know if they're Christians or not, but with Pokemon it's right. And I know I said I would share another personal story from my life, which was actually just going to be like part 1 of my testimony. But instead I'm going into this. So, here we go. So, like, Pokemon, the main reason why people, the main core reason why people come after Pokemon as the devil and blaspheming is because they use the term evolution in that game when the Pokemon change. Like, for example, Charizard here evolved from Charmander to Charmeleon to Charizard. And it's simply not the case, because, and you can go look up this video, maybe I'll put a link in the description, but the thing is that evolution takes, supposedly in Darwin's theory, takes place over generations, years at a time. Whereas when you watch the Pokemon anime or watch the games, the change is instant. Like, you know, you get Charmander to level 16, instantly turns into Charmeleon. You know, you're leveling up Charmander throughout the game, but he's not slowly growing the horn on the back of his head. He's not slowly getting bigger and his skin turning darker red. No, he just instantly, like almost Mario grabbing a super mushroom, turns into Charmeleon. And when you get Charmeleon to level, I think it was 36, boom, sprouts wings, turns into a fire-breathing dragon, and is Charizard. So I think it's coming close to the end of the episode. Yeah, we just beat all 5 trainers, so it's coming close to the end of the episode here. What rank did we get to? We went to, it says 9, I think. It's a tiny little monitor here that gives me the window, so I kind of have to bend over here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode and listening to me drag on about just Proverbs 13 verse 3 and Exodus 20, the 10 Commandments, my own stories, my own personal things. So please subscribe. Leave your prayer requests in the comments as always. I haven't seen any yet on the other few episodes, but if you have anything, leave it down there. I'm pointing, even though you can't see my face. Leave it down in the comments. I love you all. God bless you. and I will see you in the next episode. Toodles!